March is Women's History Month, and today we're speaking with a local woman who's made lots of history. Glenview native Olivia Smoliga is a two-time Olympian in swimming, winning a gold and bronze in the 2016 Rio Games, wearing them right here, which is great. She's joining us here live in studio to talk about how she's helping the next generation learn how to be elite in the pool. Olivia, welcome. So glad to have you here.
Thank you, Alex. My pleasure. The setup is nice.
Yeah,
really nice.
And thank you for bringing the medals. That's just amazing.
Of course.
I want to ask first about this. You founded In-Depth Swim Academy, trying to bring your style of training to young people trying to take the next step. Yeah. And in a few weeks in April, you've got a camp specifically for girls. Why did you want to focus on that for one of your camps?
You know, it actually happened quite serendipitously. I got in contact with the program director of Illinois Swimming, Amy, and she was saying that she's been trying to formulate a women and girls event, and at the same time I was launching In-Depth Swim Academy. So we kind of came together and joined forces for this event, and I think just creating a space for young women and girls to feel this sisterhood, to feel a community, to really go forward after their dreams and everything is something that's right up my alley as a female athlete.
You lived it.
Right. I would have loved this space as a kid, so that's why I'm so excited to bring it forward to them.
Oh, that's great. Well, In-Depth, of course, does train boys and girls,
yes.
and you've got an open event coming up at Northwestern at the very end of this month. So there's a lot of swim academy, swim camps out there. Yeah. What makes yours different in trying to do in the pool and then outside of the pool, training both?
Yeah, it was really special, like formulating this, creating this over the last several months. How can we encompass every single aspect of the athlete's journey? Because of course there's a high-level training. We film athletes when they're here at the academy. We go over their technique and we give them tips, of course. But then in the classroom, we've devised these sessions where we're talking about goal setting. We're leading kids through visualization activations.
And how young are some of these kids you're teaching about visualization?
10,
wow.
9 and 10. And they're locked in. You know, I lead them through like a body scan, a breath, a box breath, and they visualize themselves winning, celebrating on the podium. And this is just, I mean, it's science-backed research, so that's what we're bringing in. There's nothing else like it.
How do you see, like it could be 10-year-old, 12, 11, how do you see young kids and what kind of effect does it have on them that young to have that aspect? Because they're probably just used to getting in technique, skills, practice in the pool. What kind of difference does that make?
You know, I'm giving the kids these age the same things that I had when I was this age. When I was like 11 or 12 years old, I swam on GTAC. It was Glenview Titan Aquatic Club. Right now,
quick shout out.
Yeah, quick shout out. Quick shout out, Steve Ida, my coach. He would have us lay in the bleachers and visualize our races. So I was like 11, 12 doing this stuff. So I thought, I mean, if I could use it and get to the levels that I got, I want to share with everyone.
That's so great. You're being generous about that. Now, you have a very interesting story, just your career, right? You win a medal in Rio. You win a medal in Tokyo. When we talked about a year ago when you were training for Paris, you were very open about you hated swimming at one point. You crashed mentally and physically. Talk about what is this chance with the academy? How is it helping you inform these decisions you're making about teaching the next generation? Because you've been through it all up and down.
Yeah, you know, I look back and I'm like, oh, it's quite bittersweet because, you know, sometimes when you fail, you stumble, you have to learn to get back up, you know, and these tools that I've had through experience is what I'm going to be able to provide to these kids because swimming, like any avenue in sport, is an up and down journey. And so, yeah, at that point, in my lowest points or whatever, I had to take notes. How do I bounce back? Because that's what it's all about. You want to keep going. You know, the greatest legends in our sport, they failed more times than they ever won. So we want to give swimmers these tools to go after their championships with fire and no fear of failure because, you know, those ups and downs can be inevitable.
Now back to the ups. Do you ever get tired of this? Does it ever get old just looking at that and go, I did this?
It's crazy. You know, I pulled them out. They stay at my parents' home. Shout out Mom and Dad.
Back in Glenview.
Back in Glenview. And yeah, and so they have them there. And so when I pulled them out for this event, for this meeting, it's quite surreal. It's really cool to look back on.
Well, it's so nice to have you here, Olivia, and good luck with In-Depth Swim Academy. We want to tell everybody, if you want to learn more about In-Depth Swim Academy and the Open that's coming up at the end of the next month, March 29th and 30th at Northwestern.
March 29th and 30th at Northwestern. Please sign up on our website, indepthswimacademy.com.
You don't need to be part of a club either.
You don't need to be part of any club.
Swimmers.
Any swimmers, ages 10 to 18. I'll see you there. I'm so excited.
Olivia, thank you, and good luck with this.
Thank you.
Great to have you in today. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.